Saving money and living frugally are important aspects of financial health that can help individuals achieve their financial goals and live a more secure and stress-free life. However, with the rising cost of living and stagnant wages, it can be difficult for many people to save money and live within their means. This is where frugal living comes in. Frugal living is about being intentional with your spending, finding ways to cut back on unnecessary expenses, and making the most out of your resources. It's not about being cheap or depriving yourself of the things you enjoy, but rather finding creative ways to live a fulfilling life while still staying within your budget. In this video, we will be sharing our top tips for saving money on a tight budget and living a frugal lifestyle. Whether you're trying to pay off debt, save for a big purchase, or just want to be more mindful of your spending, these tips will help you make the most out of your money and live a happier, more fulfilling life. So, let's dive in and learn how to save money on a tight budget through frugal living. One of the first steps towards saving money and living frugally is to analyze your spending habits. It's important to understand where your money is going and identify areas where you can cut back on unnecessary expenses. Here are some tips on how to do that. Review the importance of tracking and analyzing spending habits. Tracking your expenses is the first step towards gaining control of your finances. It allows you to see exactly where your money is going, identify areas where you're overspending, and make informed decisions about your spending habits. Tips on how to track expenses. There are many tools and apps available that can help you track your expenses. Some popular options include Mint, Personal Capital, and YNAB, You Need a Budget. Alternatively, you can track your expenses manually by keeping a spreadsheet or using a notebook. Ways to cut back on unnecessary expenses. Once you've identified where your money is going, it's time to look for ways to cut back on unnecessary expenses. Here are some ideas. Cancel subscriptions and memberships that you don't use or need. Cut back on dining out and start cooking at home more often. Shop around for better deals on insurance, phone plans, and other recurring expenses. Avoid impulse purchases and wait a few days before making non-essential purchases to see if you still want or need the item. Use cash instead of credit cards to help you stick to your budget. By analyzing your spending habits, tracking your expenses, and finding ways to cut back on unnecessary expenses, you can start to live a more frugal lifestyle and save money on a tight budget. Budgeting. Creating and sticking to a budget is a key component of frugal living. It allows you to allocate your resources in a way that aligns with your financial goals, helps you avoid overspending, and ensures that you have enough money to cover your expenses each month. Here are some tips on how to create and stick to a budget. Importance of creating and sticking to a budget. A budget is a plan for your money that helps you manage your finances, prioritize your spending, and track your progress towards your financial goals. It's important to create and stick to a budget if you want to live a more frugal lifestyle and save money on a tight budget. Tips on how to create a budget. To create a budget, start by tracking your income and expenses. Then, allocate your income towards different categories, such as housing, transportation, food, entertainment, and savings. Be sure to set realistic goals and prioritize your spending based on your financial priorities. Ways to reduce expenses in various categories. There are many ways to reduce expenses in various categories, such as housing, transportation, food, and entertainment. Here are some ideas. Housing. Consider downsizing, getting a roommate, or refinancing your mortgage to reduce your housing costs. Transportation. Use public transportation, carpool, or walk bike instead of driving alone to save on transportation costs. Food. Meal planning, buying in bulk, and cooking at home are all great ways to reduce your food expenses. Entertainment. Look for free or low-cost entertainment options, such as visiting a local park, checking out a library book, or attending a community event. By creating and sticking to a budget, and finding ways to reduce expenses in various categories, you can start to live a more frugal lifestyle and save money on a tight budget. Remember to review your budget regularly and make adjustments as needed to ensure that you're staying on track towards your financial goals. Groceries are a major expense for many households, but there are several ways to save money on this essential expense. Here are some tips on how to save money on groceries and stretch your food budget. Meal planning. Plan your meals in advance and create a grocery list based on what you need for those meals. This can help you avoid impulse buys and ensure that you're only buying what you need. You can also save money by using ingredients that you already have on hand. Using coupons. Look for coupons and deals on the items you need. You can find coupons in newspapers, online, and on mobile apps. Some stores also offer loyalty programs that give you discounts on future purchases. Shopping sales. Keep an eye out for sales and discounts on the items you need. You can also save money by buying in bulk or choosing store brand products instead of name brand. Reducing food waste. Make the most out of the ingredients you have by finding creative ways to use them. For example, you can turn leftover vegetables into a soup or stir-fry, or use overripe fruit to make a smoothie or muffins. You can also freeze leftovers for later use. Stretching ingredients. Look for ways to stretch ingredients by using them in multiple meals. For example, you can use leftover chicken in a salad or wrap, or use a can of beans to make a soup or chili. By implementing these tips, you can save money on groceries and stretch your food budget. Remember to be mindful of your purchases and avoid buying more than you need. Over time, these small changes can add up to significant savings. In addition to analyzing your spending habits, budgeting, and saving money on groceries, there are several other ways to save money on everyday expenses. Here are some thrifty living tips. Transportation. Consider alternative modes of transportation such as biking, walking, or public transit. Carpooling is also an option to save money on gas and parking costs. Clothing. Look for sales and clearance items, and consider buying second-hand clothes from thrift stores or online marketplaces. You can also repair or alter clothing instead of buying new items. Household items. Save money on household items by buying in bulk, looking for deals, and using coupons. You can also repurpose or reuse items instead of buying new ones. Utilities. Lower your utility bills by turning off lights and electronics when not in use, using energy-efficient light bulbs, and adjusting your thermostat. Fixing leaks and using low-flow showerheads and faucets can also save water. Consider using a programmable thermostat and insulating your home to reduce heating and cooling costs. You can also shop around for cheaper internet plans and cut back on unnecessary services. By implementing these thrifty living tips, you can save money on everyday expenses and reduce your overall expenses. Remember to be mindful of your purchases and consider alternative options before buying new items. Over time, these small changes can add up to significant savings. While cutting back on expenses is an important step in saving money, increasing your income can also help you achieve your financial goals. Here are some ways to earn extra money. Sell items. Look for items you no longer need or use and sell them online or at a garage sale. This can be a great way to declutter your home and make some extra cash. Freelance work. Consider taking on freelance work in your field of expertise. This can include writing, graphic design, or consulting work. Websites like Upwork and Fiverr can connect you with clients. Paid surveys. Participating in paid surveys can be a quick and easy way to earn some extra cash. Companies like Swagbucks and Survey Junkie offer paid survey opportunities. Part-time work. Taking on a part-time job can be a good way to earn extra income. Look for opportunities in your local area, such as retail or food service. Side hustles. Consider starting a side hustle, such as tutoring, pet sitting, or selling handmade items online. This can be a great way to turn your skills or hobbies into extra income. It's important to set financial goals and find ways to increase your income to achieve those goals. Whether you're saving for a down payment on a house or paying off debt, earning extra money can help you get there faster. Remember to be mindful of your time and energy, and choose opportunities that align with your skills and interests. Over time, these extra sources of income can help you build a stronger financial foundation. In conclusion, frugal living and saving money are important habits to develop for achieving financial stability and reaching your financial goals. In this video, we discussed various tips and strategies to help you save money on a tight budget. We started by analyzing your spending habits, tracking expenses, and cutting back on unnecessary expenses. We then talked about the importance of creating and sticking to a budget and ways to reduce expenses in different categories, such as housing, transportation, food, and entertainment. We also covered tips on saving money on groceries, thrifty living, and earning extra money. By implementing these strategies in your daily life, you can save money, reduce financial stress, and work towards achieving your financial goals. Remember to be patient and persistent, and don't be discouraged by setbacks. Over time, small changes can add up to significant savings and a more secure financial future. We encourage you to start implementing these tips and strategies today. Whether you're saving for a down payment on a house, paying off debt, or building an emergency fund, every step you take towards saving money and living frugally brings you closer to your financial goals. Thank you for watching and best of luck on your journey towards financial freedom.